Hey everyone, so I just want to say sorry. I knew I talked a lot about doing weekly uploads and talking all about the robot all the time. And as you can see, that clearly didn't happen. So I just want to talk about that for a second. I've just had a lot of stuff to do. I had to study for AP tests last year, the SAT, just a bunch of whole ton of stuff. But now I had also had to do the competitions, program for all that. But now that's our off season time. I'm hoping to get a little bit more back into the videos and start posting a little bit more regularly. So that's the plan. I just want to say sorry for not doing that. And this video is essentially going to be catching you guys up on a lot of what we've done. And mainly, the thing I think is most important to catch you guys up on for a video is going to be our two competitions that we went to. So that's going to be
Okay,
what this video is
so this
covering.
season we have
So,
had
see you
two
later. Have fun with the video.
competitions. Our first one was a week 1 competition, and our second one was a week 6 competition. So, firstly, what I'm going to talk about is just overall what you should do when you get to competition, since I know a couple people don't know that much about it. Then I'm going to talk how we did on the first competition, then how we did the second competition. So you're a team that needs a little bit of help because it's your first time going to competition. There's a couple of housekeeping things that you need to make sure you do before anything else. The first one's that you're going to have to head mentor go over to the lead booth area. That way they can say that they're here, and they can also get your name tags and driver pins so that the volunteers know who's supposed to be there and to make sure everything's good. Then you're going to want to get your radio flash so that it works properly with the arenas and you can actually go out and compete. And finally, you're going to want to make sure that you pass inspection. That way you can also make sure that your robot is up to date and you can also go out and compete. There's tons of announcements for all these that are telling people when to go do these things or where they are, so just be mindful. Okay, so now it's going to be time to talk about how we did during our week 1 competition. Now, typically what you're going to see during these competitions is that robots are built to be working, but that's about it. We don't really get enough time to build them to be super duper and do all these crazy things. Some teams still do. This is also one of the reasons why we only brought 1977, is that we didn't feel too comfortable bringing a second bot, considering this is our first time doing a week 1 competition. But, however, we did do really well because of the fact that we are really good at building quick, reliable robots. So we actually fit the time frame and built a pretty sturdy robot that most people or most teams could count on. Another thing that I really enjoy about these events is actually how they talk about their other challenges as well, like FTC and FLL. I just find it really cool to see what these guys are up to and what the future generation is doing. A thing that wasn't so fun, however, was the fact that it was snowing a lot. A cool thing did happen, though. We actually saw a team build a snowman outside, so I took a little picture of it. I just find it kind of funny and cool. And that's one of the things that I truly love about robotics, and is the reason I keep on coming back for the competitions and everything. It's, for me, not really the chance of winning as much as it is just the community and the enjoyment and all the funny things that happen the entire time. I mean, the memories that are made here for me are amazing, and I truly cherish them. Like, one of the funniest things that happened is we were going to go home during or after our first day, but we didn't realize that if the bus had its back door locked, the car wouldn't start, and we thought it was broken down and everything. So we had one of our alumni bring their car over to try and charge it and get it started. Just to figure out the next day that it was a 2-second fix, and we ended up having to get another team drive us to the hotel. And while we sadly did not win this competition, we did get gosh darn close. We were picked by the third seed alliance, which was Upper Creek and Cougars, and because of this, we got to third place when we were beat by the second place team. It was really cool and everything. I learned a lot from it, just seeing these guys' coaches' role. One of the reasons I think we're able to do so well is our human player Jay. He really helped out scoring lemons and everything, since he is a basketball player and he just did not miss a shot. It was great. But yeah, we sadly ended up losing. We got our bot flipped during one match, but it was still really cool, and it's the first time I think we've gotten that high in rankings in forever. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about what happened during our Week 6 tournament up at Denver. So we were able to bring both our teams to this one, but unfortunately, neither of them got picked for finals. So the reason 1977 didn't get picked is mainly to do with mechanical. we noticed that what kept on happening is that our shooter system we would try to shove out so many balls that we would get like 5 balls shot out into the like hopper area, but after that it would cause so much friction that our flywheel system would actually stop working, and we would get balls jammed on the inside of it. It wouldn't be able to move at all. We wouldn't realize it, so we wouldn't outtake those back into the robot until like it was too late. So we just like bleeded points out. We could not get them at all. We just couldn't score it. So when that didn't happen, though, our team performed really well. Our human shooter Jay, again, he did perfect during this. He never missed a shot. It was just unfortunate mechanical issue that screwed us over. But because we were able to figure out what the mechanical issue was, we were able to build up a couple of points, or at least they were able to build up a couple of points, and we were able to get to a reserve spot with this team, which is essentially if one robot breaks during the finals, we come in to sort of fill up that role. The only thing that happens, though, is during the match where we filled in a role, which was cool that we were even able to, CAN wire disconnected during the very beginning of the match, and we were out for the entire thing, which just sucks. We really wish that we could have helped those teams and actually like done more, but yeah, our can just disconnected and we weren't able to help out like we wanted to. Foiled once again by another mechanical issue. And just like 1977, 1822 also failed from a mechanical issue during this competition. What happened for us is that our nav board was broken on our Roborio. We didn't realize this until the second day. Now what this does is it makes it to where when driving, it's robot relative. What that is essentially is that the front of the robot is forward when driving, while field relative is going forward is just wherever the driver is looking forward. Much different. And our driver trained off of field relative. So he'd never seen robot relative before, and he didn't even know that was the issue for a couple of matches. With all due respect to him, though, he was able to figure it out and learn how to do it after a couple of times. But it was just messy, and we lost a lot of points, and we were essentially going to lose from there just because of how badly looked. Now, our team has a history of when it's a gyro issue, it's a coding issue. So me and the other lead programmer decided to look at it, and we found this one piece of code that we believed was the issue, and it wasn't good to begin with, so we got rid of it. Once we fixed the Rio, though, once we fixed the Rio, we believed the issue was gone, but it was still there. We realized that the night before finals, the code piece that we had deleted was actually pivotable. So what ended up happening was it was still broken for a while until we realized it that night, and it was just a poorly designed piece of code. So we fixed it entirely, like the next day. It was just too late, and we couldn't recover from it, and we were just screwed from there.
Hey, once again, so that's going to be the end for the video. I hope that was enough of a catch-up for all the videos I sort of missed. I'm going to, again, try and be more regular from now on out. But yeah, that was what happened at our 2 competitions. We did great our first one. Not so good for either teams during the second one. So, yeah, see you guys around later.